Now, using the same premise that we talked about in the previous movie, I want to show you another technique that can be achieved. We're talking about a vignette effect, and I'm working with a document called vignette.psd, which is available in your resources folder. Now, basically what a vignette will do is darken out the edges slightly, bringing the center point, the focal point of the image forward. It brings it forward because it's brighter, and generally, the brightest part of the image is what captures your eye. So if we're able to fade out or make the edges of this image darker, we can create that vignette effect. And it oftentimes happens in photography with certain types of lenses. It just happens automatically. But we certainly can reproduce that effect inside of Photoshop. And it's very similar to the last technique that we discussed. So what we want to do here in the Layers panel is create a new layer. And you want to hold down the Alt key on Windows, Option key on a Mac to open up the New Layer dialog box. I'm going to go ahead and call this Vignette. And I'm going to set the blend mode to overlay. Again, remember, it's a contrast blend mode. We're going to fill the layer with the overlay neutral color, which is 50% gray. Go ahead and click OK. After clicking OK, notice we have that layer, that's 50% gray. We want to apply a filter to it. And this is by far the quickest and easiest way to achieve this effect. Come up to the filter menu, and under the filter menu, you'll notice there's the option of lens correction, which isn't the filter you'd probably think about using, but nevertheless, it is the right filter. And once you're inside the lens correction dialog box, you can come over to the custom tab, and in the custom tab, you'll notice there's a vignette option. What we want to do is we want to set the vignette to a darker shade, so let's go ahead and drag it over to the left. And after dragging it over to the left to whatever your liking is, I'm going to go with the most extreme value. Remember, you can always modify the opacity of the layer if you think the effect is a little too strong. But I'm going to set it to -100. Go ahead and click OK. Once you click OK, you'll instantly see the vignette effect. And if you don't see it, you can turn off the visibility of the vignette layer, and you can see the before and then the after. Again, you can turn off the background layer so you can see exactly what's happening. We have darker values here, here, and here on all four sides, which is ultimately producing that effect. So again, let's go ahead and take a look at the image with the vignette. This is without, and with, you can see it just adds a little bit more interest to the image, drawing your eye to the center of the cars because that seems to be the brightest part of the image.